bow our heads for a word of prayer and let us pray. Gracious loving Father, be with us as we enter into thy word. Please help us to understand the truths of the plan of salvation and give us victory over sin. Help our sincerity to get stronger and help us to be more dedicated towards overcoming, especially as we see the end drawing near. These mercies we ask of you, Father, and we thank you for hearing us and blessing us through Christ our Savior. Amen. Okay, let me just write out the name of our topic for you and see what you think about it. Now, this is what we are going to be talking about. Overcoming by resisting evil with strong torrents of emotions caused by faith. And this is a method that we are going to be given, that we will raise up a standard against sin in our own lives and our body. Yeah, so we are going to be given a method of dealing with sin by utilizing our emotions. Alright, a pattern of dealing with sin by utilizing our emotions. One that should cause us to be sealed in the long run by the grace of God. So this is very important for you to pay attention. Okay? We will present to you the pattern and the method for this to be done. Now you know that we are living in the last days, don't you not know that? Yes. A lot of things have been happening on the earth and they confirm what we were saying in Bible prophecy. Because you and I know very well, my dear brethren, and don't let your mind wander off, you and I know very well, as Mrs. White tells us, those who are in Christ will catch the first gleam of light of the end as it shines. And we have a church here that is supposed to be following the truths of Jesus Christ. People in whom the divine nature and the divine character dwells. And people who have a measure of sincerity enough to dedicate themselves to following Jesus Christ with all their heart and really mean it, and not allow themselves to be kept back. Amen. We are coming close to the end of 2018, and already people have started ranging themselves, as the Spirit of prophecy tells us, on the sides where they will go. But what we are doing here, let us review some of the lateness of time. Put our first shot up. Let us review some of the things that have been going on. I am going to read some of the news from Adventist apocalyptic news that I received. I'm going to read some of the news for you all, latest things. I want you to pay attention. We are told in the news, Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan remarked during a recent celebration of Muhammad's birthday that while the life of Islam's prophet is part of history, there is no mention of Jesus in human history. We say blasphemy. But he goes on. In the same speech, he vowed to stop the West. He vowed to stop the West from committing blasphemy against Muhammad. Once again, the arrow goes in one direction when it comes to insulting Islam or offending Muslims. It is perfectly acceptable to insult other religions, but lay off Islam. So here you have Pakistan as a nation has now dedicated themselves to deal with Western nations for what they call blaspheming Muhammad. Well, we know he is their God, so that's why it's an issue of blaspheming him. And they're all fighting for a dead man that died centuries ago. This shows us how late time is, and that the nations are rallying themselves where they will eventually go. That's why we show you this. Now suddenly, we know of all the sex scandals in the Catholic Church. We know the third man in the Vatican, Cardinal Pell, was shipped to Australia to stand trial for raping countless altar boys. And he was jailed last week. That is the third man in the line after the Pope in the Vatican. But suddenly hundreds of sex abuse allegations are now being found in the Southern Baptist churches across the U.S. So now the left is attacking Baptist churches, which is not like Trinidad Baptist, but they are radically antinomian, so we can understand what they have been doing. So now an assault has been waged against them, and we are expecting trouble to come out of that, because they're dealing with decades, we are told, of sexual immorality in these Baptist churches. In fact, the Star Telegram discovered at least 412 allegations of sexual misconduct in 187 independent fundamental Baptist churches and their affiliated institutions spanning 40 states and Canada. So now they're going to bring a whole set of sex scandals in those churches. But the Chinese government has even done worse. The Chinese government has set up a social credit system where they give you good credit if you're a good communist citizen. And if you are not a good communist citizen, they take away certain credits from you. Millions of Chinese have been banned from traveling. They can't buy an airplane ticket. They cannot travel. They cannot get other essential services because of this social credit system existing on the internet. Something the West would want to pass as Sunday law. So we see this happening in China. So what happened last week, Sunday? I quote from AAN, 100 Christians snatched in overnight raids on underground Chinese church. Worshippers were taken from their homes and off the street in coordinated crackdown across the Chengdu in Sichuan province. A pastor was among those arrested. So the Chinese authorities targeted members of the Early Rain Covenant Church across various districts in Chengdu, the provincial capital of Sichuan, in what appeared to be an effort to close down one of the country's most prominent Protestant house churches. And while that is going on, ways are being found to get our book on justification into China, into the underground Chinese church, and translation into Korean also. But you see, the devil knows about all of this, and before the time comes, he is pushing to stop the truth from spreading. And this Chinese government is one of the worst. Now what did they do? They closed down your personal account. They can't go and buy or sell. All of that the Chinese now have the ability to do using the internet with their social credit system. Now, if this doesn't show us that the end is near, what will show us? Listen to this one. Google approved a new Android app called Smart Pichem. What is this Smart Pichem that Google approved? This would help Muslims. So they make an act to help who? Muslims, not Christians. This will help Muslims in Indonesia report their fellow countrymen if they dare commit blasphemy or insult Muhammad or Islam. While Google is busy silencing, deplatforming, and punishing Christians and conservatives, they are amply advancing Sharia law across the world. So this is what Google is doing. Now if this doesn't show you how late time is, they have the internet moguls to help them against Christianity. So we are being attacked very strong. This is proof to you and I of how late time is. Let me show you something again. Listen to this. And while this happened, you know that in Brazil, a president was put in power that is a Christian and on the right. So he understood that the left is the problem for them. So here is what happened recently. Bolsonaro, hey, Brazil has an obligation to help Latin America fight communism. So now he is showing the weight of his country to fight the same globalism, communism, socialism, whatever you call it, in Latin America. Because Latin America is rife with communism. The big caravans that tried to take through the American border were all set up by communists in Honduras. Because Honduras elected a president that is on the right, a Christian, the communists lost, so they're trying to make the government find it difficult to govern. They're trying to make it difficult to govern. They're the ones started this caravan, communists. Bolsonaro addressed the crowd at the Conservative Summit of the Americas Convention, organized by his son and lawmaker, Eduardo Bolsonaro, featuring prominent pro-freedom right-wing voices from across the hemisphere in first the Aqua, Brazil. Let me read it to you. The summit is intended as a response to what is now known as the Sao Paulo Forum, organized by the Brazilian Socialist Workers' Party in the 1990s to help leftists in Latin America coordinate messaging and policy execution. So they are trying to fight a global leftist conspiracy that is in Latin America. Bolsonaro calls for a global coalition against communism. So we have them ranging up. Nationalism on the right versus what? Communism, socialism, the New World Order, and Islam, which is their shock troops. Because you see what happened in France. The people said they was going to protest today. So suddenly Muslims run into a market where white people shopping for Christmas, shoot up the place, kill three. So the government ban and say, no protesting because of this. Oh yeah? Today the biggest protest is going on right now. And they are more coordinated. We just talk about that briefly in a short time. So they're trying to do their best to stop the right from getting through and push leftist sociology and leftist socialism. Let me show you something. So the EU, the European Union, chose a new head to rule it. You know where they will be going. Hear what the new head said. He said, uniting Europe with Africa is a matter of destiny. How can they do that? They plan to take millions and millions of black Africans, swarm Europe, and breed the white race all. That's why they say uniting Europe and Africa is a matter of destiny. Did you see that? Now they always like to call them center left, center right, and all this kind of nonsense. Is either you're on the right or where? They like this far right and far left to derogate. Is either you're a socialist or not, or a nationalist. President Trump clearly said he was a nationalist. Okay? So here the president, the new person who is chosen to be the president of the EU. His name is Frans Timmermans. He announced he would crush, listen to this, he announced he would crush conservative governments in Europe, insisting that the continent united with Africa is a matter of destiny. So anybody who tries to stop it, he will crush them. You see, Europe is already ranging up for a big fight. Listen to this. So in France, the president, Mr. Macron, came from the G20 meetings in Argentina, which was to deal with global warming or climate change, as they like to call it. And when he came from there, or while he was there, they decided certain plans to deal with climate change and global warming. One of it is to tax people. The only president that didn't sign on was Donald Trump. He said that's a whole set of nonsense. And Macron dare lecture Trump on running his country. So he goes back to France and pass what they call in the media fuel tax. But the media is misleading you. It's not fuel tax. It's carbon tax on fuel. But the tax is so high that began a protest. But what they didn't tell you is what other kind of taxes they push. They have passed legislation that the middle class, 70% of their salary will be taxed. So if you are making $100, only 30 for you and 70 goes for the government. How does France plan to deal with letting millions of migrants sweep over their country? They went and touched the pension funds of the people and take out of that funds, they say, to mine the migrants. Now you see why the people rose up. Now in France, as a habit, it's law that every car and everybody must have a yellow vest in their vehicle, on their motorcycle, or wherever, so that in case they get into trouble, they just put on the vest and the law will know you are in distress. So if they see somebody who does that, they say, that person in distress, let's help them. So what did the people do? They put on their vest and they went out in the streets. I have it on video and I will show it on television. You actually hear the people calling for Trump to rule France. They said about, we want Trump, we want Trump. So you see, a revolt is going on against communism. A revolt is going on against socialism. And the people were bold enough to bring a guillotine in the streets for the president. A guillotine. And they're until he leaves. Now you should know that Macron was a Rothschild banker. Married at the age of 15 to a school teacher. These are not the people you want to rule over you. Is it so? No, not at all. Listen to this. So the French generals wrote a beautiful worded letter to Macron, but it is a veiled warning. Here is what they told him. I quote, Mr. President, you cannot decide alone to deprive us of our homeland. Through immigration, that is that. French generals against the Treaty of Marrakesh. Now this treaty is a treaty formulated by the United Nations that will demand that a nation remove their borders, allow unlimited immigration, and have laws passed that if any citizen criticizes it, they could be jailed. You can't even criticize that at all. And the French president went and signed that too. So they give him a warning, they tell him, French military general sent a nicely worded letter to Macron about his signing of the Global Migration Pact. Part of the letter states, here what it states, that if he, Macron, ever wonder what the French Revolution would have been like, this is the moment now. They warn him. Are you listening to me, my dear friend? Are you listening to me? We are showing you how late things are. Until trouble is coming. Plenty trouble is coming. Let me tell you something, my dear friend. The protest that is going on now in France is against globalism, against the changes that they are bringing to destroy Europe. And by the way, it's not only in France, it has spread to other European countries. Right now, Belgium is in protest. Twice the people tried to storm the EU Parliament and take it over. They would have burnt it down if you give them a chance. But they were repelled by strong police presence. They also attacked the residence of the President of France. While he had a helicopter on the roof waiting to take off and have him hide up inside. They went there to get him, but it was the police that repelled them again. This is a sign that the Jewish Rothschild family cannot foist upon people who they want and push their globalist policy to take over. Trouble is coming and the backlashes are being seen. Listen to this. Listen to this one. A new thing has happened. In San Francisco, California, the country is already riddled awash with immigrants and cheating and lying and corruption. So San Francisco creates the world's first transgender district and dumps in taxpayers' money. But it is so hard in California, they don't have money, that they have decided to tax text messages too. That's how far California has gone. They are going to get a revolt shortly. So if you give a text message, every text message is going to be taxed. That's where they are moving. This is how bad it is in California. They need to know that socialism does not work. Is that understood, my dear brother? Listen to this. Italy walks out on the UN migration meeting saying national borders are no business of the UN. Right? And they criticize what the UN is doing, said to make criticizing migration a criminal offense. That's what the UN is seeking to do. So you see, you're seeing these events and you know that the second coming of Christ is near. Events show that the end is near. Are you seeing that, my dear brethren? Are you seeing that? So, new university rules are being established in America. They tell you, whatever you are saying, you already have to be careful not to offend a person. But now the university has gone further. They are telling you, if you only have an angry face, they could expel you. They said facial expressions, which are insultive and threatening, must never take place on campus. They could suspend the student loans, or they could throw you out if you have an angry expression or an expression somebody deemed offensive. Now they are trying to control your very feature of your face. This is how far they are going. But if that to you is not a sign of how late time is, I ask you, what is a sign? But the times are getting worse and worse. President Trump had to thank a state trooper in the United States because of something he did. He saw a US mail truck and he found this mail truck, M-A-I-L, this mail truck to be suspicious, and he stopped it, and he found in this one truck enough fentanyl to kill 25 million people in the truck. Did you see what is going on? They plan to mass kill people. He found enough to kill 25 million people in a truck. If this doesn't show you how late time is, and who loves the United States anyhow to be living here? The only purpose is to preach the gospel here and get out. Is that understood, my dear brother? Listen to this. Largest seizure of that kind of drug in the United States. Are you listening to me, my dear brother? So, British people have now put on yellow vest and start protesting now. They block streets in certain areas to highlight certain points. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Let me tell you something that happened. So, the Sanhedrin in the time of Christ still existed. The Sanhedrin in the time of Christ still existed. And last week they wrote, leaders of the world stated, we are going to put up our first altar to build a new temple in Jerusalem. So right now, they're working on going and put up their first altar to build this new temple for Jerusalem. The Bible tells us it will not happen. So look at trouble that is coming. Look at trouble that is going to take place. And you are right here, right now, living in this time to face this kind of trouble. Is that understood? And this is the reason why we always tell you to prepare for the end. We say it over and over. But in the light of telling you these things, you have to understand that recently the scientists did find out that shocks went all over the world of a global earthquake coming. So now scientists are saying a global earthquake is coming. Did we not say that? Yes. So this week, the northernmost American base in Greenland, military officers were there, and suddenly they heard a huge explosion. The place shook. The base was damaged. They actually thought that they were being attacked with bombs. And you know who they blamed to? Russia. Only to find out that it was a rock from outer space that exploded in the air over the base and was felt for hundreds of miles crossing the sea. We have already told you that part of the destruction that will take place on this earth is stars falling from heaven and the earth, or huge meteorites falling on the earth. But before those things take place, God sends us warnings. You're seeing foreshadows of the coming destruction. Are you listening to me? Yes. And as those things show us that the end is coming, we have called upon you to prepare yourself for the end by being sincere. Beware. Which church you can go to that have been so open with you, that has shown you the truth? Which church can you go to that has pointed you to a higher development, that has given you the truth of Jesus Christ's plan of salvation? Anybody that leaves here, don't become more sincere. Because if you're really sincere, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? This is the reason why this is time for unity. Unity in the faith of Jesus Christ. We need to stand with each other and prepare for the end, because it is swiftly coming. Is that understood, my dear brother? And let me tell you this. You may not know this, but these books that we have put out, the book on studies in justification especially, is now spreading in different parts of the earth and have been made available to Japan too, by Amazon. So we are now on the verge of a big change, but we need ministers of the gospel. Ministers of the gospel who will be sincere, who will be honest, who will be united, who will spread the truth, who will cause people to receive the truth. Just as how Jerusalem had a central church in its day, and from Jerusalem, missionaries were sent out, and they related back to Jerusalem. The only difference is that the church is now right here in Trinidad. Remember, the Bible says the isles shall show forth the glory of God. This is one of the islands. And the glory of God is being shown. This is why what we need are ministers of the gospel. But if you don't want to be sincere, if you want your petty differences, your petty little ideals to keep you back, for sure, God is going to put you out of the work. Mr. Balthasar said that. And he takes it very serious to anybody who endures the progress of the work. Because trouble is coming, we have decided to give you a method of dealing with sin. A method to help you resist sin from becoming a part of you. So that when you face it, through the revealed truths of the plan of salvation, this method is supposed to be activated in you by your choice and help you to fight against sin from coming within you. But it is a method that inculcates the use of your own emotions. We're going to show you how it is done. We're going to show you how the devil does it to reject conviction and set himself in a pace of transgression. So we're going to show you how through faith to do it, to seal yourself off from going back into sin again. What do you see? And this is for the sincere. Because if you take this method and you use this method and you're not really sincere, you will have a tendency of identifying it with some wrong, like the devil, and destroy yourself. And if you know you can use this method to help yourself advance, and you don't use the method to help yourself advance when you know you could, you will be showing that you're not truly sincere in dealing with yourself. So this study is for sincere people. Usually what I have done, I have kept back myself from showing methods to deal with sin, knowing that some people might ruin themselves with their insincerity. Give them a chance to face the truth over a period of time to make up their mind. This is the first, therefore, in a series of studies that will come in dealing with sin that will make you decide to go to the kingdom of God forever and be not capable of turning back, or make you decide to turn away and go to the world. You have to make up your mind what you want. We cannot be bogged down by people who are insincere, because we want you to be sincere and to be truly dedicated. We have said this over and over and over. I have lied down in my bed in the night, and thinking, going through certain truths, going through certain prophecies, and getting strong conviction, some which I immediately have to write down fast and go over to help my brethren, to help those who can't help themselves deal with their own attitudes, deal with how they face it. And that is the reason why this month is presenting. I testify to you, I have practiced this a number of times, and it has helped me. You must reach a place where sin must be an annoyance to you and not a pleasure. You didn't hear that? It must become what? An annoyance to you and not a pleasure. In other words, you just don't want it around. So you're now ready for the new earth. What do you say? For the new kingdom of God. So we start off rightly in Matthew 24. We're looking at verse 42 to 47.
Yeah, but brother, what I say is very true previously coming on, because it is really subject yourself to the higher powers really, and you start to resist and etc. And you show yourself acceptable to the Lord, right? You show or make yourself a vessel to be used by God literally. You won't be able to see through most of the illusions in those countries where you are a problem, because a person go much Japan and see the problem is simple. Why it is not that? You go to Indonesia, I could say Islam might have deeper roots to that. So you won't be able to see what I'm doing. If it is subject yourself to the higher powers to see what is the right point. Otherwise you waste time going to the country.
Amen. So what we are going to look at in Matthew 24, 42 to 47, it shows us we have to prepare for the second coming of Christ with sin-free morality. Listen to me carefully. We have to prepare for the second coming of Jesus Christ with what? Sin-free morality. Let us look at this in 42 to 47. Let's read. We read. Watch therefore, for you know not what hour your Lord God come. Amen, brethren? But know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken up. Now we know for sure the house symbolizes the church. And we know the thief symbolizes anyone the devil uses to subvert the church. Once the devil uses you to subvert the church, you are the thief. You can be within or without. And the house is the church. So the watchmen and the ministers, they are to watch to make sure that the house is not broken up by the thief. Now here is what it tells us. Therefore, verse 44, be ye also ready, for in such an hour as you think not, the Son of Man cometh. Now here comes the part. Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom the Lord had made ruler over his household, to give them meat in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Then we are told, verily I say unto you, that you shall make him ruler over all his goods. Is that understood? So Christ must come expecting the church to be given meat in due season. True ministers give meat in due season. I know for sure, you must admit that we here have been given meat in due season from God. Amen. And we are told that as faithful ministers, the Lord must come and find us given meat in due season. Now if you're corrupt, if you're unsanctified, if you're not following Christ, how could you be given meat in due season? You have to have the experience of being free from sin. For some of you, I say at least 1 hour, at least for half a day, to be able to minister as a true minister of the gospel. And this is the reason why Christ is coming for those who are given meat in due season, who will protect his house from being broken up by thieves, which evil angels bring to destroy the church. Did you get that clear, my dear brethren? That is what the Bible tells us. And you see, while events show that the end is near, we are to be in solemn preparation for the end of the world with sin-free morality. With what? Sin-free morality. This way we are sure at the second coming of Jesus, he comes for us. What do you see? Let us look at this again in 2 Peter chapter 3. 10 to 14 and then verse 17. 2 Peter chapter 3, 10 to 14. And then verse 17. You see a lot of falsehood is being spread, especially falsehood about justification. You have ministers in the Adventist church and in the apostate Protestants both agreeing with a false doctrine of justification. They think that justification doesn't change you. And they think that when Luther taught justification, Luther taught that justification that doesn't change you. And they say Rome teach a justification that shows a change. And Rome is wrong. They don't know what the Reformation was all about. They have allowed themselves to be deceived. Somebody have their hand? Yes, my dear sister.
Yes. But Aaron was yesterday that we did some of the Adventists and Terry study and showed everybody the message, right? Because yesterday me and my friend went to get some things by the same Adventist here. So I said I will show her some truth. Normally when I meet people, I always bring truth because if you ask me to bring comfort on I just reveal, I just not leave Christ out. I always present Christ. So I was showing her but the message on what is going on now in the Adventist church. But she showed me a part that the church is imperfect and it cannot be perfect from what I be testimony. So I was showing her that Christ said that you must overcome sin, and if he say he is holy, to be holy, then you have to be holy. So one of my friends was saying like it just shows how people think. You and them Adventist people will fall out, and you will be able to get more clothes and whatnot. I said, what will provide? You will bring clothes to me, I will never compromise with the truth. And I'll always stand for the truth. It just showing that people just to get gain and money, they will compromise the truth for the sake of gain. So we as Christians have to be careful out here and stand for what is right.
Amen, amen. So, let's look now a little further now. I'm going slow to you to show you. I may not give you every scripture because of the time, but you'll get the document to show you how to kick up torrents of emotion from faith to resist wrong, so that in mind and in emotion you resist the wrong. I'm going to show you how to do that as an exercise. So when you're faced with the wrong and it is coming with you, you'll know how to drum up your own feelings against it, and with torrents of emotion resist the wrong. What do you say, my dear brother? Through faith, not thyself. I'm going to show you that. So, let's start off here with Romans chapter 3 and verse 30. What does it tell us here? Romans? Oh, I didn't give you a picture yet. Tell me. Let's just go back to the chapter. Second Peter 3. Sorry about that. Let's go back about 60 more before we go forward. 2 Peter chapter 3, 10 to 14, and then 17. We read from verse 10. But the day of Yahweh will come as a what? Thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with what? Fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be what? Will come. So this verse, beyond the shadow of a doubt, shows us about the literal second coming of what? Jesus Christ, when there's a great noise as the earth loses its atmosphere and as fire explodes all over the place, burning everything up and causing the elements to melt. Now it goes on. How should we face that knowledge? You know, this morning the sister was speaking about hope. The sister was speaking about hope. And hope is given to us by God as a mental state that could only exist because you have an appreciation of a future. You see, animals cannot have an appreciation of a future. An animal cannot think and say, well, this family will treat me bad in the future, so let me run away now. So animals would have hope. But once you are given a brain with the ability to appreciate a future, then you need something to help you face that future. So God gave us a mental state called what? Hope. Which is supposed to be sparked by faith. What do you see? So you see, now that you know what is going to happen in the future here, that the earth is going to be destroyed, what is the best admonition to tell a person? Let's read verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holiness all holy what? Behavior and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with what? So the heavens will dissolve, the atmosphere will dissolve, the earth will be melting and overheat. We are told you're supposed to have a holy behavior, and you're supposed to have godliness. So holy behavior and godliness, knowing that the atmosphere will disappear and the very earth will melt. That's how you're supposed to be. It goes on. But by the way, it also tells us, looking for and hasted. In other words, you're moving fast, you're moving quick, because you want Christ to come quick. Unless you say the Lord delay, it is coming. Now it goes on. Verse 13. Nevertheless, notice what we've been told here. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth what? Righteousness. So since you're looking for that, by the hope, by the other sense in the future, how should you be? 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that you look for such things, be what? Diligent, that you may be found of him in what? Peace. What else? And what else? That's sin-free. That's sin-free. Without spot and what? Blameless. That's sin-free. God wants it to be sin-free in lieu of the fact that Jesus Christ is coming and the earth is going to be destroyed. That's the reason why any church that teaches second coming of Christ must teach sin-freeness as a doctrine. Amen. Is that understood? Amen. So once a church starts to tell you, well, you have righteousness here, but you have sin too. And you cannot be very righteous before Jesus comes. They are not looking for Jesus to come. Attention, flash in the mind. He that doeth what? Righteousness is what? Righteous. Even as who? He is righteous. This idea is so hard, it's so difficult. We lost sight of it. The Bible tells us even as God is righteous. You see, because it's God's righteousness in you that constitutes you being sin-free. Amen, brother? That's the point about it. So the point we are looking at here is that we are supposed to be sin-free. Look at verse 17. Ye therefore, beloved, seeing you know these things, when? Before. Beware lest ye also, being led away with the error what? Of the wicked, fall from your own what? That's why, here's the point. Once the church has the truth, you have to be to watch out for people trying to positively. Whether it's a husband or wife, or cousin, or friend, or some relative, once they're trying to make you leave where the truth is, they'll jump. If you leave. And that's what we are being told here. Watch out. So what do you have to watch out for? That someone make you lose your steadfastness. That's what you're supposed to be watching out for. That you allow no one to make you lose your steadfastness. And who is ever making you lose your steadfastness? They are not being led by God. Because they're turning you away from righteousness to faith, the third angel's message. Which we have here. Yes, a lot of people will find criticisms to us here. Jesus Christ and his apostles were criticized. They were criticized many times. There is no church in history that will not face criticism. The best of us face criticism. Listen, let me tell you something. You can walk down to south and go up to the north. You will never get a church that has such religious freedom exercise in their congregation. And yet some of us are blaming them not being free. Then they say this one controlling and that one controlling. They always come in the old satanic argument, the old Luciferic argument, controlling. In the face of where the truth is. Let me tell you something. Listen to me. Rulership over people based on ignorance and darkness, listen to me carefully, rulership over people based on darkness, based on error, is tyrannism, is tyranny, is a communist dictatorship, just even though it is in a religion. You see, such a church will not encourage the studying of the truth. The moment somebody studies the truth, offshoot. They love to use the word offshoot. When they shoot off from the truth, So you see, you have to watch out for evil agents trying to bring darkness upon your mind, to separate you from the light of truth. Let me give you, if you want to. Ruling a people. Ruling a people and holding on to power. Ruling a people and holding on to power by keeping the people in ignorance and darkness is equal to a communist dictatorship, even in religion. That is the real statement. So ruling a people and holding on to power by keeping the people in ignorance and darkness is equal to a communist dictatorship, even in religion. And our next book that should be coming out very shortly, because by this week we're supposed to get the read copy of the one on Adventism, you'll get this statement full. You'll get that statement full in it. So listen to me now, my brothers. So you see, in the second coming of Jesus Christ, even sure that the end is here. We need solemn preparation with what? Sin-free morality. You can get it clean. And this is what is offered to you. This is what is offered to you. Next shot. Turn with me to Romans chapter 3, verse 30. Romans 3:30. Let's follow our trend of thought. It says this: seeing it is one God which shall justify the circumcision out of faith and the uncircumcision through the faith. So who does the justification? God. Right? One God, of course. But the justification is not by your works. It is by whom? God himself. We put that out anyway, okay? Now let me give you two scriptures for interpretation, and then you will take those two scriptures to interpret the other scriptures you're going to look at. So I'm giving you two scriptures for interpretation purposes. Proverbs 23:7. Proverbs 23:7. Find it. Proverbs 23:7. The first part. It says this. For as he thinketh in his heart, what does it say? So is he. Just hold that there. So in other words, as a person think in your mind, that's how the person is. You are how you think. Is that understood? You are how you think. This is one of the reasons we have to say that you don't have any character if you don't have the character of Christ. Because a person who is unconverted, how do they think? Selfish, self-gratification, pride, egotistical, wants to be seen and heard of men, wants material things, have hate and violence. These are traits in human beings, not character. So we call them sinful human traits. So as he thinketh, so what is he? So the old man, obviously, will be how you think. Is that understood? The old man will be what? How you think. Now go to Romans chapter 6 now and look at verse 12. Romans chapter 6, verse 12. For the purpose of interpretation, 6 verse 12. Have you found it? I am looking at you looking for it. It's so nice to see you search scripture. Amen? Amen? It's so nice to see you search scripture. I'm waiting for some of you all. So you're going to find it. Romans chapter 6 and verse 12. You found it, right? Let's read. Verse 12 tells us, let not sin, notice what you're reading, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body. How? Reign in your mortal body, how? It explains, that you should obey it in the what? The lust thereof. So sin in the body is pantings or lust, passion, wrong passion. So if you ask yourself the question, what is body of sins? It is sin in the body in the form of passions. The passions of sin. So a person has hate. They see you and they hate you or they reject you with their emotions. But let me just say something here. No matter what, you must learn this. As much as a person may be your enemy, as much as a person may resent you and hate you, never hold that mental concept in your mind. Sometimes you have to keep away from the people. Because they may be violent, they may be abusive, they may just want to steal from you or something. Sometimes you have to keep away from the person. But in your mind you must be suffering for the person. You must feel for the person. And you must also make sure you approach the throne of God in prayer for the person. This is no joking matter. It's not playing Christian, this is real thing. You will see the person pass and you can't approach him and say something. But at least you must have in your mind a prayer to God for that person. Amen. And sometimes you must feel the pain, feel the suffering of the person is lost. What it will mean. That's how you should be. So don't allow feelings to affect your thinking. Or your thinking to stimulate the wrong one. Feelings. You're not supposed to do that. You must feel a certain way for people. Sometimes you don't even know the person. And you just see the person on television or in the environment and you feel for them. Feeling doesn't mean you should give yourself to be exploited by them. or should make yourself become a walkover, say a prayer. Pray and say, Lord, if I can't talk, let somebody talk. Amen. You didn't hear that one? Yes. If I can't talk, let somebody talk. And still pray and say, Lord, let the person see themselves that they might awake to the danger the persons are in being lost. That's what you must do. And you must develop the noble spirit of Christ. The noble spirit of Christ in dealing with these things. That's why I advise some of you brethren, you want a good book to read? Read the Desire of Ages. It will show you Jesus' bearing wherever he went. How he carried himself. And you learn through the truth in the book to carry yourself that way. Amen? I know some of you say, oh, you're only following Mrs. White. Oh, you're only following coffee. Amen, brethren? Amen. Yes, ma'am.
Like the sentiment among like some Muslims would have killed some Christians and so on. And the retribution comes all upon them. What will be your sentiment towards such people?
If Muslims kill Christians and retribution fall upon those Muslims, remember it is God that sends the retribution. But you don't have hate for them, you're sorry for them. You're sorry for them, they don't have to face it. So some Muslims pull out a gun and he start to shoot. Or one of them recently in France, you see all this big French people in Shefa, jump in a vehicle and drive the vehicle and start to knock down and crush people with the truck. Some man take a car and ram it into the vehicle. And that saved another life. Only 2 persons got killed. It would have been much more than that. And he grabbed that Muslim, they apprehended him for the police to deal with him. Now I don't know whether they beat him or not. But I feel sorry for the people who died. And I also feel sorry for the Muslims. But you see, some people have a special retribution upon them. Islam is a special retribution, which brings destruction. And we are hoping that you learn the truth to help them. Like Luther in his book, he attacked Muhammad, he attacked the Quran, he attacked Muslims, and he said all of them just like different kind of words. And they think the righteous is by faith. Amen? 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 One of the 10 great books written in this world. So, now that you have those 2 words, those 2 scriptures to interpret, when you hear old man, what does it mean? What does it mean? Yeah, come with you on like that. When you hear the old man, it means you what? And when you hear the body of sins, what it means? So you get that clear, right? Now you have to watch this. Because in the long run now, you must have a new man take hold of your passion, and you can use those same passions with the new man to keep it out. You'll show you the method.
When I'm going to tell you what you were speaking about just now, right?
Yes, yes.
They was showing how if a person hates you, have some kind of problem with you, you're supposed to feel sorry for the person, pray for the person, and so on, right? So the question is, what does cause, well, we know it's the old man, the old way I think about it, what does cause or motivate or influence a person to think vengeful towards that person? So if someone has a problem, like if somebody has a problem with you, what will cause you to think vengeful or is trying to be vindictive or something like that?
Thinking vengeful is a natural response to damage being brought upon you. The Bible tells us that we should think vengeful to a certain extent. Right? But when you think vengeful, Vengeful should always be quid pro quo or equitable justice. That's what the Bible should say. However, many people usually think vengeful when they are not capable by their habit and by their spirit to help somebody else. Listen to me again. Many people think vengeful when they are not capable by their habit or by their spirit to help somebody else. You see somebody give you a lot of trouble. And when they give you a lot of trouble, they need help. You may not be capable of helping them. Because getting angry and starting to, like a cat, scratch everything isn't going to help. There are sometimes anger is necessary when you have the power to administer it. You can get angry with a policeman who knocks somebody down unjustly and go and take a cane out and kill him. You can do that to a policeman. You'll give him in trouble. You can see a bandit trying to kill somebody and this one says, come here and take a belt out and give him some punishment. You understand? But you can do that to your child. The Bible authorizes that. But the Bible says that the state for the penalty on the elderly person. This is the reason why you want to take the age of the person, the relation of the person to you. A lot of these things have to be taken into consideration when you want to deal with somebody with regard to justice when they do something wrong. And as I'm saying, usually people want to hit out when they do not know the method or the wherewithal to handle the person. And if you know you're too emotionally involved that you can't handle, back out. What do? Back out. Let somebody else do. Because you know you're too emotionally involved. Sometimes you know the person will talk to you, let somebody else who they will talk to, but who is capable of handling it. Is that understood? And that's how we help each other. Is that understood? Okay? You may be angry about something, but the Bible says be angry and sin not. The sinning in the anger comes when you wish evil for the person. When you start to derogate them with terms. You understand? Derogate them with terms. You understand? That is when it happens. So I'm asked, how much you feel sorry for a Muslim? You're already off this time. You're not ready to use Torrents of emotions and things. But let me show you. Come to you right now like this. Can you imagine a Muslim? Well, then God is one, and he thinks you wrong, and he is right. And when he heard Jesus, he said, look, you're making a man of God, you're making a man of God. He don't even understand what you're saying. So now you attempt to talk to him. But his mind is so prejudiced with his teaching, prejudiced to interpret in a way to make him get more lost. The more you reason with him, he reasons away that to make himself get lost. Think about that person standing before God in the day of judgment. And Jesus comes as God to judge him. What do you think he will see? You must feel sorry because the Bible says everyone will say, blessed is he that comes in the name of Yahweh. And from Muslim to say that after the 1,000 years, when they see Christ is coming, and you be on the walls of Judah, you must feel sorry for them. You must feel sorry that they're good. But just don't make your feeling sorry, make you become a victim. Because they know how Jews are. Some people like to reason with you to make themselves look like a victim. Once they reason with you to make themselves look like a victim of another person, while that person is in the truth or following the truth, you know one thing for sure, that person is doing a work of the devil. Amen. If they want to make you turn away from someone or hate someone, and they reason with you to make them look like a victim, Show me where in the scriptures any apostle, any prophet, or any member is supposed to reason with a person to make the person feel that they are a victim to turn away from a religion. Nada. Lurch. It's not there. You wouldn't get that. You want a person to turn away? Show them they are teaching error. What do you say? And if they cannot show that they're teaching error, you behave yourself. Is that understood? You behave yourself. You get that clear? Right, my dear brethren? Let's go on now. So, we continue on Romans 6. Somebody tell me Psalm 109, 9 and 10. You just want me to say something here about that. Psalm 109, 9 and 10, we only this here. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds, and then let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Alright, so this scripture here is implication against people who hate the truth, who fight against God, and who have been causing other people to be lost. So, this person, they not only attack David with lying tongue, but they attack Yahweh. So when David said those things about them, it is what Paul calls delivering such a one in the hands of the devil, that he might get a chance to repent. You see, if a person knows, watch me, they can do a big service for themselves and eat themselves fat with pork, they wouldn't change. But if they do the evil and they face retribution, and in hardship it will cause them to call upon God. To call upon whom? God. When they call upon God, they have a chance for salvation. So those implications there didn't come from David. It comes from the Holy Spirit saying, let the person face that with the hope that they might repent. And sometimes you might ask God also to ask some people, make some people face some retribution. You need to pray for us. You see a bandit in the area, you can see how many people do this. Carry them in a house, doing something with them, and they know the person has some kind of virus. What do? Pray and say, Lord, put him down in the bed. Let him be unable to do this. Let his feet not be able to walk. However you want to phrase it. You're telling the person that they pray to God and asking God that. And seeing somebody chatting. So it's the same pattern here. Okay? Now let me get back to that. So Romans 6. We read verse 6 and verse 7. Are you ready for this now? Yes. Knowing this, that our old man, what is that? What is it? Your what?
Old sinful thinking.
You got it. You got it. Let's read on. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed. That is what? What is that? What is that? Now, the word destroyed here is not the word in the Greek text. The Greek text is inactivated. Not the Greek text. The Greek text is what? Inactivated, not destroyed. So let's read it again with this interpretation. Let's read it. See how the scripture is open out to you. We read it again. Knowing this, that our old man, which is the old sinful way of thinking, is crucified with him, the truth of Christ being used to do that, that the body of sin, which is the flow of corrupted sinful passions, might be inactivated. that henceforth we should not serve sin. Did you see that? For he that is what? Dead is what? Free from the sin. The word there free is the word justified. For he that is dead is what? Justified from the sin. So a man that is dead means his all sinful thinking is gone. If he's spiritually dead. The flow of corrupting sinful passion have been inactivated in him. So he's not dead to sin. Amen? 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 That's how God wants you to be dead to sin. No old man, nobody else sins. What do you say? Do you get that there? No old man, nobody else sins. Do you get that there? That's how God wants you to be. Now watch this. They're told, for he that is dead is justified from the sin. That's the Greek text. So justification, justified from the sin. We want to show you that justification makes us sinful. Go now to verse 18 and then verse 22. Verse 18. Verse 18 tells us, being then made free from sin, that's when you are justified. Being then made what? Free from sin, you became what? The servants of righteousness. Now look at verse 22. Being made free from sin and become servants of God, you have your fruit unto what? Holiness, and the end what? So here is the point. It was justification and made you sin free. What did justification do? It slayed the old man, which is the old what? Sinful thinking. What did justification do? It inactivated the what? Body of sin, which is the flow of what? Corrupted sinful passion. And this is what you need to find out in yourself. Watch me. Once you no longer thinking evil, no wrong passions can flow. Say somebody come and say, well, I am having problems with passions here. I say, well, it's not these passions that are dealing with, it's the thinking you have to deal with. You have to find the force that causes it. But you see, sometimes thoughts are what you call open, and some thoughts are subtle. And some thoughts are extremely subtle. You need to search yourself and see those thoughts. You need to pray and say, Lord, slow down my thoughts. Until you come and have it to easily see how you're thinking. One of the things I used to do a long time, when I was facing this situation, I used to be always praying and say, Lord, slow down my thoughts, let me see why I did this. Slow down my thoughts, let me see what caused this passion. Slow down my thoughts, I've been doing that for years. Until I learned, eventually, how subtle some thoughts are that causes you to operate in an emotional way. But since the feeling of the emotion is stronger than the subtle thought, you have a tendency of just seeing the emotion. I think it's the emotion running right on its own, when it's really the thought. Until now, it must become a habit for you now, immediately for you to see what thought you have. You must be able to monitor your own thoughts quickly. Even though you're in a trying situation, because a trying situation sometimes makes you think wrong fast. You're in a trying situation, and this trying situation makes you lose consciousness of monitoring your own thoughts. Then you say things you regret. You do things you regret. Because when you go back now and you think, oh my God, look at that. Look at that dream. Look at what I was thinking. But if you're sincere, you will have it. Amen? Amen. By the grace of God. But the important thing about it, you must be able to monitor your thoughts. And you see, that is one of the things about a minister of the gospel. When a minister of the gospel stands before people watching you, they're looking to see the truth of Christ. They're looking to see the character of Christ. And all of those you who are ministers in training and ministers already, you need to understand this important thing. When you sit as a representative of Christ, or you stand as a representative of Christ, every eye movement, hand movement, body movement is being scrutinized by critical eyes to see if you represent Christ. And if you are a joker on the pulpit, like some of those people that would say minister, they speak against Christ. What do you say? And if a person sees subtle pride or self-exaltation, you do more harm because you put yourself on the side of the dragon who is saying that he's God with God. Are you listening to me? That's why you have to be careful. And now that we are getting global exposure, we are getting what? Global exposure. You have to be careful. You have to be extremely careful because we are getting global exposure. Rather decline than run forward to show you could do. Are you listening to me? Because when you're up there, pride makes you lose the ability to see subtle thoughts working in you causing you. If you have a wrong idea of yourself before you're preaching, you go to preach. You have a wrong idea of yourself and your role and your mission before, and you go to preach. As you're preaching, you lose consciousness of control over the thinking. So that you're not even seeing those subtle thoughts that will sometimes cause you to say things that are more harmful than good. But then blessed is the person submit himself for correction. What do you say? Because if you cover your sins, you will not burn. Remember this. Right, my dear brethren? So we see this year, justification makes us simple. Let's go on now to the next chapter.
Yeah, I saw it in the scene, but if I assess myself as a book, you know, that point in time when they don't make mistakes, right? The misunderstandings and answers wherever it is, right? But the real thing is sometimes we jump on with remember the intense passion, etc. And you put it after now you just stop acting, right? Later after that you are almost pointing. Right? I'm not people thinking, I just remember that you're thinking to figure out what is really going on here, start to make more sense to think this way and forget the passion. And then eventually you just have to think more, and you don't stop more on the passion. And then everybody start to say, see why I want to start away from you. And that was happening to me now.
But
What's happening?
even better to make sure your thoughts are always towards how can I help this person to progress? How can I help this person to be better? How can I make this person see the love of God? If that is your motivational thought, many a behavior we do, we will not do. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Right? Okay, so now, let's look at a certain scripture here again, right? Okay. In the first place here, usually in the Adventist church, I was taught this. Brethren, they taught me this when I now became a Adventist. Now like some of you here now came. Hear what they taught me. Three things you have to fight against is the world, the flesh, and the devil. So I believe that. I say, fight against the world, the flesh, and the devil. But I remember when I hear that, I would always find something wrong. But I didn't know. But in some sense, who wouldn't want to fight against flesh? Who wouldn't want to fight against the world? Who wouldn't want to fight against the devil? It seems logical. But the Bible doesn't show you about world, flesh, and devil. It shows you fighting against the devil and the world. And the world is the flesh. That's what the Bible shows you. But the Bible shows you a method of handling the devil and the world. This is where we come now to using strong torrents of emotions from faith. Because you have to deal with the devil and you have to deal with what? The world. The devil, when he's resisted, is only resisted by you when you show emotional reprehension to what he's telling you to do. Not just mental, but also what? Emotional reprehension. That's how you resist the devil. For him to flee from you. Because the devil knows well that passions sink you into false law. And if your passions are tiny to your thoughts, it's hard to turn if you're a Christian, and you're easy to be driven if you're not converted. Is that understood? Are you hearing me? That's why blessed is he who has wisdom in counseling people. And when you face people, you don't have to look at them with your very two black eyes. You know the tone of voice to talk to them with. And you know how far to go and how far not to go. That is wisdom. And God wants that for all of us. Is that understood? He wants it for what? All of us. That's why I learn these truths, because you have to prepare to be a minister. Don't tell me you're too old. You're not too old. Tertullian became a minister when he was about 77 years old. And for the 5 years he lived after, he shake the place. So don't tell me you're too old. But just start learning. Sometimes you think your head too hard. But hard head needs to be pumped with the word of God. What do you say? So keep your mind on the word of God no matter how hard your head is. You see, that's why you have that big blue book here. That big blue book here should tell you, study, 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 no matter how hard your head is. No matter what ambition you have, study, study, study. And truths given by the Holy Spirit, which cause people to be converted in that book, will help you. What do you say? Watch this one. 1 John 5:18. Notice what John said here, right? And then you will turn to Romans 6:1 and 2. 1 John 5:18. Notice what he said here. We read these things all the time, but observe what he said here. Okay. So, you're listening. You're paying attention. And you're following in scripture. Amen? Amen? Amen. Right. So let's look at verse 18. We know. You know what I like to hear the word we know? Because it means the church must have known that before. We know this is Brother Medina. Is that not so? We know this is our God, right? So you're familiar with something before. If the church is presented as being familiar with something before, it means it will be part and parcel of the whole teaching of the church all the time. Watch this. Hear what he says. We know that whosoever is born of God, what does it say? Sinneth not. So some people say, oh, that is habitual sinning. So wait now, only habitual sinning is sinning? So if you sin once, that is not sinning? So when Adam and Eve sinned, that wasn't sinning? It doesn't mean habitual faith in sinning? Don't take the false interpretation of Adventist and Protestant theologians when they read that for you. Because it says, we know. And the church ought to know this, that whosoever is born of God sinneth not. And some of them say, check the tense, check the tense, check the Greek tense. Present tense, active. Present tense, active. See, if you're born of God presently now, you're not supposed to be sinning. No actions of sin, neither in thoughts, words, or emotions. Present tense. You see so much opposition. I also write all of that in my Bible. Let's look at my Bible. All that is noted right here. So let's go. We know that whosoever is born of God sinneth not. But he that is begotten of God keepeth himself, that the wicked one toucheth him what? You see, this is the part people don't emphasize. When you are born of God, you're not only made sin free. You're supposed to keep yourself that the wicked one or the adversary or the devil won't touch you. You see, some of us need to get that in our minds, or most of us. When you're born again and you're made sin free, you also have another caution put there. Make sure what? That the wicked one what? Touch you them. No. And that means you have to keep what? Yourself. Is that understood? That's right. You have to keep yourself. It shows a measure of understanding that you will know to keep yourself. That's what it means. But you see, many people don't realize that they need to have an exercise of keeping themselves. To some people, friendship, family, doing things together means more than keeping yourself. And you learn to keep yourself. But you start keeping yourself by keeping your mind. Because subversion always starts where? Is that understood? Is that understood? And some people find it hard to be corrected about that. Keep yourself. Don't let the wicked one touch you with his deceptions, with his error, with his evil. Why don't you take that and put it on your plate and learn a science to deal with that? They're just giving you one. Just one alone is what they're giving you. But there are many. Notice again, Romans 6:1 and 2. Notice again, Romans chapter 6, 1 and 2. Notice the phrase of the statement, verse 1. What shall we say then? Shall we what? Continue in sin that grace may abound? God what? Forbid. Here's the question. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? Did you see the question? You know what the question is based upon? Look at the 3 words after. What does it say? Know you not? Did you see that? You're supposed to know that. How shall you that are dead to sin live any longer what? You're supposed to know that. If you're dead to sin, you're not supposed to live in sin. Did you get that, my dear brethren? That's what we're being told. This tells us, right? Right? This clearly tells us that we are supposed to be sin-free. So now, we have 2 terrible opposers, or 2 terrible adversaries to deal with. Let's look at them. Revelation 12:12. Find it, Revelation 12:12. Chapter 12 and verse 12. Revelation 12:12. Let's look at the 2 terrible adversaries. Watch this. Romans 12:12 tells us. Cool. Revelation 12:12 tells us. Revelation 12:12. So, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell therein. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having what? Great wrath, because he knoweth what? That he had but a what? You see, here is how the devil was thinking. Here is his motive. Once Christ conquered him, he knew whatever would happen in a short while. So he had to come down with great wrath and bring destruction to keep the time extended. Because he knew he had a short time. So he introduces delaying tactics. But you see, in God's kingdom, all he allows the devil to do is to delay, but not to stop. So if you go in and do something for God, and you're supposed to do it as fast as you can, you're going to do it fast. The only thing the devil will allow, God will allow, is for the devil to delay you. But when you are delayed, you're supposed to have more zeal now. It's not everyone want to do it. Amen? Amen? So in the long run, the devil delay, he's still moving to lose out. The delay make you stronger, and the thing is still done. Amen? So God says, either way I will. Okay? So he knew he had a short time. He come down with great wrath to wreak havoc and do all kinds of destruction. This means to say your adversary or your enemy is who? Is who? You say somebody else, this is the devil. I don't have any active sorrow feeling, but I thought about it already. But here's what I did. I think about somebody for 1,000 years, can't do a thing to deceive anybody, and torture by looking at themselves for 1,000 years. And that was a miserable thing. Very miserable thing. Here the devil busy himself with tempting us. During the 1,000 years, there's nobody to tempt. All he has to do is to look at himself. And that is not a nice thing to look at. Think about another angel. One who calls himself Ek. Another evil angel, one who calls himself Ek. He means out. Out. You understand? Always trying to get himself out of situation. About God. And he now sitting down and thinking about, and the devil sitting down and thinking about himself. So the devil sitting down on a stone and thinking about himself. And X sitting down on another stone and watching the devil and thinking about himself. And he started to say, I hear because of you. All the depression I face because of you. You can't because you depressed me. You wanted me. Miserable. Miserable. That's the reason why when you have a husband and a wife in a house, and the one whose spirit in the house have been the leading spirit seems broken, the other one is trouble for them. Because you must always show that you're in Christ and that you're following the truth. So that the other weaker one who is looking to you as an example wouldn't feel they've lost something by seeing you broken and destroyed. Sometimes it may be a woman, sometimes it may be a man, has the strength in the home. When you're called upon to display humility and to follow what is right, don't let the other person make you feel broken or anything make you feel broken to break down the home. Is that understood? Amen. This is one of the things that is keep relationships going very much. When you can look and see that the person is in faith and the whole, you can rely upon the person. You know if trouble coming, the person will pray. Amen. There's a terrible, terrible situation is that the person will do something and break down and everybody's sorry. When the person will run and rock and go and get on, you know that the person will have a calm spiritual head to deal with the matter. And if you say they get trouble, they give trouble, they'll still go and find the Lord. What do you say? Amen. Amen? That's the kind of hope we need to have. Okay? See, each other's a personal union. Okay? Right? Sometimes it's the only Christian in the house, they put in pressure on the Christian. But they're glad that the person always showing that kind of strength here. Because when trouble comes, the Christian is going to jail. That's true. Why is that like that? The Christian is going to jail. That is how it was. They're sure about that, yeah? And the Christian is going to. And that is why I feel good to know that you're serving Yahweh. What do you say? Amen? You must be a person who people can rely on in spiritual things. You must be a person who people can rely on in spiritual things. What do you say? Amen, baby? Let me tell you something. Hold on. Please stop it. Take your 1 Peter 5:8 in the meanwhile. 1 Peter 5:8. You see, some of you don't seem to understand. Some people think relationships are magic. They think relationships are magic. Once the other person hook up, so to speak, you live happily ever after. Or you have a door open to the best of pleasures and satisfaction. You don't understand that there is a science in everything. What do you say? And in that science, you have to make yourself forthcoming in the truth. What do you say? Amen. There is a science in everything. But there's a mother and daughter, father and son, husband and wife, brother and sister, boyfriend and girlfriend. Relationships are not magic. Relationships are implemented by your attitude in the faith. Is that understood? And when you fail with that attitude, do you know some people are married for 60 years. They never had an open argument, but in the end they destroy one another. They destroy one another. They never had an open argument, but they destroy one another. It's the attitudinal relationship to the next person. The accusing and the excusing. That in the long run will determine the destruction. And if you expect to find the best of person in the world and then plunge with them and live happily ever after, you're not even living in fairy tale. You're not even living in that. Because it will not happen that way. But if you are selfish and you're not willing to deny yourself, if you're very self-opinionated and you're not willing to yield, if you harbor ill feeling, the relationship will work. Is that understood? Is that understood? Yeah. But there are some side past that stage, I'm not into that anymore. I pass that age, I'm not in a relationship anymore. Oh yeah? You meet people and you're talking to them. I'm meeting my brother every day. Amen? I'm meeting my sister all the time. Amen? And my little brother here. Watch me. Amen? You see? So don't just say, well, I pass that stage, I'm not there. Usually we pretend. We pretend when we just meet each other. But when you two go through home, that's when you know the person. Amen, brother? That's when you know the person. And then you say, what was I thinking? That's the reason why Christianity is what makes the difference. And if you know something is wrong with you, why not hide in Christ Jesus? Let Christ be in you. Then Christ will be shown outside of you. Henceforth that which is what? The alien, the what? The and the what? That's right. Amen, brethren? So you're not diving into any fairy tale, but you're diving into a relationship. What do you say? That's the reason why if you ask something, you think it's very wise, and they start judging, many times they'll say, not me. Not I. Not me. Not I. But Christ. That's what you will have to say many times. Is that understood? Some people say, oh, well, I'm losing out, time passing, I'm getting old and I'm getting nowhere. So you wanted to get old in problems? You wanted to get old in problems? Some of you have been blessed not to go through those problems with your fragile Christianity. Amen? But get strong in Christ and then you get capable. What do you see? Get strong in Christ and then you get what? Capable. The end is not passion. But the end of all relationship is always purpose. Did you hear that one? You didn't hear that one? I'm sure if you're married, years ago you recognize that. If you're married, years ago you recognize, but wait now, the end of that relationship is not passion with you. It's what? purpose. If you don't have purpose, it won't work. It won't work. But when we are young, we have a tendency not to think in a mature way. You ever see a 13-year-old boy says, I want to build my house now. Something good about that guy. 13 years and he wants to have his own house. Something good about it. He's beginning to think a certain way. Now let's go to 1 Peter 5. Let's read what it tells us. Read it. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. Be sober, be what? Vigilant. Why? As a roaring lion, walking about, seeking what? Right. So the devil walking around all the time looking for anybody who he could get. Which means to say, he sends his shock troops. Satan has his shock troops. And the shock troops say, you see that person there, living in Gable Martin, that person there living in Carnage, that person here living in Bigay, that person getting too close to us. That was not accept Jesus Christ and we're losing something with that person. Or you do something to stop it. And the shock troops are all around, watching on some of you all. And saying, you know this person has this kind of weakness, they can fall in it. So that's what the devil is doing. He's sending shock troops all around to target you based upon things he knows about you. That's why, and I can almost say this with tears, you must never put a stumbling block before your neighbor who you know the devil could overthrow. Especially if you know they're weak. Don't say certain things to them. Don't do certain things to them to make them fall. Never put a stumbling block before somebody who you know is susceptible to fall. Never make them weak. Every Christian should want to see the brethren the strongest they could ever be. Amen. And work to achieve that. What do you say? That's how it is. But never to make them weak and then to exploit the weakness. Are you listening to me? And then to exploit the weakness. That's a terrible thing. There are things, when you see certain weakness, you can get you and do all kind of wrong. But you have to make your brethren strong. Amen. Instead of exploiting the weakness. What do you say? Because this is what the adversary does. He sends out his shock troops to do that. Okay? Look at 1 John chapter 2. 15 to 17. Shock troops? Yeah. 1 John chapter 2, 15 to 17. Here's what we are told. Love not what? The world. Did you see it? So we are looking at the world. Neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not where? Amen. For all that is in the world, and let's see what the world is all about. What is called? The lust of the flesh. What else? The lust of the eye. What else? The pride of life is not of the world, but is of what? The world. Did you see that, my dear brethren? And we're told, and the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doing the will of God, what? You know the text already tell you how to deal with the world? He that doing the will of God, abide forever. The key is in understanding doing the will of God. It already tell you how to deal with that here. Now watch this. So, what is the world? The lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the what? Pride of life. This is not of the Father, it is of the world. So the flesh is part of the world. So it's not the world, the flesh, and the devil. It's like you were saying the world and the devil. No. It's the devil and whom? The world. And the world includes the flesh. Because that's what the world is all about. You get up there, my dear brethren, right? Right. So, now, let's go to the next scripture. And then just do a little skipping and read something and come to you. Next chapter. Now, first of all, that you may know, the Bible always tells us that overcoming the devil is by the word of God abiding in the heart. The Bible always tells us that. So you notice this, when the devil comes to you, how he thinks. He knows what faith is. The revealed truth of the plan of salvation. And then he knows that faith in your consciousness makes you see him, makes you see the will of God. So when you come to him and you quote the word like Jesus, but you're quoting showing it's not just a theory, but an experience. You say, whoops, that person knows me. In other words, when he see you see him. When he see you know. When he see you see him through his deception. What did he do to you? Nothing. He just has to what? Back down. That's why the Bible and scriptures always show you the way to deal with the devil is by the word of God where? Abiding in the heart. The Bible always also shows you how to deal with the world. It's the same thing, you know, but it is put in a way for you to see what is your intention. It tells you to deal with the world by your accepted faith, which is where? In you. It's the faith you accept. But it's your accepted faith in you. If you accept it in you, the world can't do you anything. Because you accept it in you. It's yours. And with your accepted faith in you, you don't want the other thing. That's right. So the Bible shows you that way of overcoming. Now this is a study by itself. But we should go lengths into that. But the reason why we touch this, for you to know, it is all always by faith. Because the just shall live by faith. Not by believing us, because the devils believe. And they tremble. They are living by what they believe. You know they're in trouble. So they what? Tremble. You know they're in trouble. What do you think? Right? So, it is always by faith. So when it comes to dealing with torrents of emotions in you, it must be by faith or from faith. The faith of Jesus Christ must put such an attitude in your mind that it is easy for you to kick up the torrents of emotion against the road. Come into that. Okay? I wouldn't ask anybody to practice any example here. But practice it in your mind. And if it didn't say, very good from now on, what do you see? It's an exact science. Okay? Yes.
You know, when I got my copy of the book, Studies in Justification.
Yes, I know.
The first study that I did in it was on page 20 in the Catholic report.
Yes.
And the study there on page 20 will complement this study. I will invite everybody to go to page 20 and study it in the light of this. The topic is how to deal with Satan's air influence. Right? You should acknowledge the pressure in the mind that is circulating around the population. So you have to be careful, you know, and then you end up showing the whole arm of God.
Amen, amen, amen. Beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm asked a question. Why put the devil and the world separate? Because many times it's not the devil tempting us. It's what is there in the world. You see, sometimes it's the devil assaulting you. And sometimes it's what is in the world. You don't blame the devil for everything as if he actively doing it. Watch me. If the devil tells an evil angel, take this and deal with this person and that person. And the evil angels come. That's the devil. But if the devil is not doing anything, you have some problem in you, and you see the world, and you get affected. Why the devil is the source of all wrong? It's not he that actively put that trouble in front of you. It's your inner problems responding to what is there in the world. Amen? That's the difference here. So you have to make the difference between a temptation from the devil and a temptation from the world. Very few people here sometimes know when the devil has an assault on your back. It's like if you put a mark, an evil angel puts you on your back, and you tell him deal with that person. When you find unusual trouble coming at you, one after the other, and one after the other, over and over and over, and it's coming after you. And you have to ask, why me? Then you're facing the fiery dance of the womb. Amen? But if you're walking down the road, and somebody drops $500, and you see it, and your covetous ways and you take it, it's not the devil, it's you. Amen? I was in a man and a woman right in front of me. And the woman brought this big thing of money, so I'm checking thousands of dollars, checking my thing, and people are wrong. I don't know what's wrong with this woman. And to add, you're getting up to leave Nancy and a whole big bottle of seat. Really? No. Let me tell you that plain. That is not a temptation for me. Money is not a problem. When it comes to it. Every reason why I tell you that. The reason why I'm telling you that is that you see those people, the problem for them was the money itself. No devil have to tempt them there. That circumstance is not the devil tempting you. That circumstance is just two people who are already controlled by the devil or controlled by Satan because they're not converted, moving wrong. And a situation is created, the environment where you could transgress. It's up to you to say what? No. You must reach a stage where that is not a problem for you. Yes. So I just simply said, look what you forget. That's all. And that's not the only time, many other times. You see, I also see other people take too. They see and they take for the sake of God. So the point I'm saying, my dear brethren, two things you face. You face who? The devil and what?
Yes, sir. I cannot locate the scripture right now, but there is a scripture that says that when Christ said, the prince of this world, which included the devil, how you interpret that?
The prince of this world, come here and find it nothing in me. That's the devil. That's not the world. That's the devil. When he comes to tell you, that's like, turn to 1 John chapter 10, verse 14. Let's hear it back, tells us to deal with the devil. Now, 1 John chapter 4, chapter 2, chapter 2 and verse 4. Let me show you. Notice 1 John 2:14 and 1 Peter Peter 5, 8 to 10 say the same things in different ways. Watch this. 2:14. Watch. I have written unto you, fathers, because you have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you, young men, because you are strong and what? And what? And the word of God abideth in you, and you have overcome what? You see, by the word of God abiding in the heart, that you overcome the wicked one. Now you say, well, I read the scripture all the time. But you see, when you read the scripture all the time, you need to get it practical. When evil angels come to you, what are they looking for? What are they looking for in you? They come and they look into your face to see if you are abiding in the truth. They come to see if you are in the world. If they have been studying you and they see a whole week pass and you wasn't studying the truth at all, they'll rush at you. But when they see you take up this book or some spiritual book and you studied it, and they look at you and they see you reach, you get reached by it, they come to you. They recognize it, they give their concept, you will see through them. And you will say no. So what do? They won't trouble you. They'll try to get something else if the environment affects you. But you're not looking at it coming from. But once they come to you to deal with you, and they look at you to see if you are abiding, yes or no. If in truth, yes or no. They know how to deal with you. So the Bible clearly tells you, you handle them when the word of God is abiding where? In you. They must see the word of God abiding in you. And if by now you can look at the brethren and know if the word of God is abiding in them, when would you learn? Are you listening to me? When would you learn? So you need to remember these important things. Amen, brethren? Let's see how the scriptures match. 1 Peter 5, 8 to 10. Let's see how it matches. But notice how Peter presents it. Look at it again from verse 8. Where he said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion walking about seeking whom he may devour. Watch what he said. Whom resist steadfast, where?
In the faith.
Knowing that the same affliction are also accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the God of all grace, notice this, what we're told here. But the God of all grace, who had called us unto eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that you have suffered a while, make you what? Perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. Did you see that? So that's what he said. It has always been watchful. As the devil comes to resist, steadfast in his faith. When he comes to you, he finds nothing in you. All he sees is the truth that you follow him. Because you must remember, evil angels always examine your personality. Yeah? Didn't you hear me? Yes. Evil angels always examine your personality. They don't just come to like somebody blind and throw out things for you. They come knowing who they're coming for. They come knowing you. Mrs. White said it will be seen that they had watched you step by step. Moment by moment, they watch you and they know you. So they watch you and they know you. So they're coming for you. So when they come and investigate you now, coming to deal with you, they see the word of God influencing you. And they don't like it at all. That's why the Bible said, resist steadfast where? In his faith. Which is the same word of God abiding in you. That's what the Bible tells you, resist. But let me give you an example of resistance here. Alright? Okay? Right? So it says resist. Resistance implies a bodily action in the whole thing. When you resist, it's not only with your mind, but it must also be with your what? Emotion. So already God is showing you that you need to be emotionally involved in dealing with the devil. We're getting there. You need to be emotionally involved in dealing with who? That's what the Bible is showing you. Amen, brethren? Thy word have I hid where? That I might not what? Right, so 1 John 5, 5 and 4. Let's look at the word now. 1 John 5, 5 and verse 5 first, and then verse 4. Let's give a little back to front truth. Because that's how the people of the world make him. They made the devil become a prince or born of this world. God will go after him and follow him. But he's not so in reality. Now, 1 John 5. Look at 5 first and then go back to 4. Have you found it? We read 5. Who is he that overcometh the world? Did you see that? Did you see now he's dealing with what? The world. Notice what it says, verse 5. Who is he that overcometh the world? But he that believeth that Jesus is the Son of God. Did you see that? So he that believeth that Jesus is the what? Son of God. So which means he accepts the truth about Jesus, that Jesus is what? The Son of God. That is the person who overcomes the world. If you don't accept the truth about Jesus, it is not your acceptance. You can't overcome. Now go to verse 4. Here we go. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And this is the victory that overcometh the world, even what?
Our faith.
Even what?
Our faith.
Our faith. Why is the faith attributed to you? Because you look at Jesus, you accept the truths of him already, and those truths become your truths. So it's our faith. So in other words, your accepted faith in you overcomes the world. So the devil don't have to come and attack you whenever the world comes before you, because you personally accept it, because you want it, because you allow yourself to be changed by it. The world wouldn't interfere with you. Amen, brethren? Amen. The world will not be able. That's why thy word have I hid where? That I might not what? That's not about temptation from the devil. That's you facing the world. So it is your accepted faith. So both ways, it is still the word of God. One is emphasizing, the devil must see it in you to flee. Amen. The other one says, you must make sure you accept it for your values. It's the same thing. Amen, brethren? That's why overcoming the devil is by the word of God abiding in the heart. Overcoming the world is your accepted faith in you. Now,
just explain 1 John 4 and 5. That's what he was explaining just now.
1 John chapter 4.
Yeah.
And verse 5.
Yeah. Just 4 and 5.
And 5. Ye are of God little children and have overcome them. Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. The them there is like the Antichrist people and so on. Those who are against the truth. Right? Ye are of God little children and have overcome them. Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world. Therefore speak they of the world. And the world heareth them. So that's making people in you. The Antichrist. Okay? Alright? So they are of the world to be used as the devil now to attack you. Okay?
That is not what he was explain Christ.
No, this is something different. This is antichrist people. People of the world. Right, so now, next shot. Then we will unfinish. Aha! You see that? You see the power of God of himself? We could look with the prophetic eye, take something we see is going to happen more than 1,000 years after Christ done come, and take example of spiritual sense. That is all God has given to us. What do you say, brother? You need to appreciate what you're going to see here now. So we're plunging into it now. Right? Let me read this for you first. Lucifer. Torrents of emotions. Now this is how Lucifer does it, right? Watch me. You know when God gives you conviction, it will be strong upon it. And don't think evil angels not seeing the truth here. Don't think they're not seeing it all around you. You're preaching that Christ is the answer and you change. And they know you change. They know you're different. They look into your eyes and they see the word of God in you. How do they handle that? Because they feel condemned. They have adopted a practice that Lucifer will later use after the 1,000 years to be able to live with themselves in their evil. Observe, watch. Lucifer, torrents of emotions to block conviction and rebel in evil against God after the 1,000 years. That's what Lucifer will do after the 1,000 years. I want to show you the quotation. For the saints now, we take example from this, and this is how we have it. What? Torrents of emotion to reject wrongs because of the faith, showing sin to be a useless annoyance now. Showing sin to be a what? A useless annoyance now. Okay? That's what we're going to look at. I promise you I will not take it too long for you. You'll come to me. Let's look at 2 Corinthians 10, 4 to 6. 2 Corinthians 10, 4 to 6.
Point means that.
Right. In 2 Corinthians 10, 4 to 6, we are to fight the devil and the world by kicking up strong torrents of passions in our minds and bodies against the wrongs. This must be done by the faith first, making us hate the wrong because of our annoyance at the wrong. We are to revenge iniquity by obedience, by mentally casting down the logic or reason that sustains evil or the idle values. This implies a mental and bodily kicking up of strong emotions against specific wrongs. Against what? Specific wrong. Now this is always specific. You don't generally kick up an emotion against all the wrongs just so. It has to be something specific come to you. And to you is an annoyance. So we deal with handling individual sins coming to you to make you fall. So it must be specific. So it's a kick up an emotion, not general. Okay? If you're trying to be general, so you're a hypocrite. So it has to be specific wrong. You're kicking up your emotion against. So this places the wrongs beyond the person, liking them, and they don't ever want to be associated with those wrongs again. They don't ever want to be associated with it. Let's look at it from verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of what? Strongholds. Now that is explained. Casting down what? Imagination. And every high thing that exalted itself against what? The knowledge of God. And bringing into captivity what? Every thought to the what? Obedience of Christ. But hold on. And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is what? Fulfilled. Now here's the shocking thing here. This is a person fed up in your mind. Knowledge coming to them over and over, some wrong. Right? But the wrong is in their imaging or imagination. Because every time you go to do a wrong, you must imagine it before you do it. Okay? Or else you'll be not responsible. Can you imagine somebody who will shoot somebody but he wasn't imagining doing it? It doesn't make sense. So every time you're doing it wrong, you have to do what? Imagine what you're going to do. Are you listening to me? You have to do what? Imagine what you're going to do. You have to imagine the wrong. So, the Bible says, casting down imagination. It means to say, you're fed up. You want to get rid of the imagination. You don't want to think about it. You haven't thought about it to do it. But in your mind, you know what it is about. You think and know what it is about. So we are told, casting down imagination. Now in that imagination is idol value. Because it's things that exalt itself high against the knowledge of God. And you recognize that your thoughts must be captive. Your thoughts must be controlled by you. So in other words, you must decide what you want to think. And what you don't want to think, you won't think. So it's not, oh, the thought come in my mind, I don't know how. You must decide what you want to think. You want to think the truth of the plan of salvation. So we're told casting down imagination and every high thing that exalted itself above the knowledge of God. And bringing into captivity every thought to the knowledge of God. So in other words, you want to think only spiritual things. But you're so fed up to you doing that is revenge against the Lord. When you're obeying to you, you're revenging doing this wrong. So it's like you're practicing revenge against the Lord. That shows the element of feelings coming in. Hold on. Yes. Torrents, yes. Torrents is a rush. A rush. That's what it is. A rush of emotion. Like a rush. Torrents. Now before we touch that, look at 2 Corinthians 7:11. 7:11. 7:11. Okay, 7:11. And we're finishing now, right? I know I've kept you all that long. 7:11. For behold, this self-same thing that we sought after God we sought. So you see the person already having a mental suffering. The sorrow after what? A godly soul. What carefulness. So when he was sorrowing, it was with a careful thinking about what was wrong. So it says, what carefulness it wrought in you. Yea, what? Clearing of yourselves. So in your mind, you actually like read with your own mind to understand properly. Yea, what indignation. You have hate for the wrong thing. The emotion is already there. Yea, what fear. Yea, what vehement desire. So you actually have a vehement desire against this thing. Yea, what zeal. So you have energy to deal with it. In all things, ye have approved yourself to be clear in this matter. So you're clear in the matter. You really hate it. You don't want it. You have a passion against it. You clearly understand what's wrong about it. Okay? So taking these two texts together, you can now see the wrong with the truth and actually kick up a feeling of vehemence or hate for the thing in your own body. You don't allow the thing to determine the hate feelings flowing in you. You kick up the hate feelings yourself. Because you may see something and you don't like it, and the hate feelings flow from what you see. But why not kick it up yourself after you clear everything away with the truth? And you understand everything about the matter. After you understand about the matter, after you make sure everything is clear on the matter before God, after you understand the wrong of it, why don't you kick up your own against the wrong? This is what you're being asked to do. You see, that is how evil angels resist the faith. That's how they have learned to resist the faith. That's why they're so full of hate for God. Because they learn to kick up their own feelings against spiritual things. But you're kicking up your feelings against what? Evil things. Let's see how Mrs. White put it in great controversy. Page 671 to 672. Let's see how she put it. I quote. Let me tell you where this is here, right? Let me tell you the background of this. This is after the 1,000 years. The holy city, New Jerusalem, is on the earth. The saints are on the walls. All the wicked are resurrected surrounding Jerusalem, the holy city Jerusalem, to face executive judgment on hellfire. And Satan deceives them again. Makes them think that is their city, they are to take it over. Heals people as a darling angel of God and prepares them to attack the city. And at a certain time, we have them march towards the city. And as they come in towards the city, all of a sudden, Christ and the saints fly up to the wall. And the dazzling brightness of that scene struck everyone. And then Christ began to show everyone their history. Why they rejected truth, what happened to them. Every single thing is made plain. Evil angels also saw where they went off when they followed Lucifer. And everybody there in that crowd see why they are lost. After God himself gave them a panoramic view in their own mind, of their own ways. And they see why they are lost. And as everybody sees it, there's a moment of annihilation. What does Lucifer do? Lucifer sees himself too. And he stops. He frees. He knows he is responsible for all the wrong. And what does he do? He blocks his mind and kicks up a torrent of emotion and rush to tell everybody. Then the people say, not agree. No more. Let's read it. Yes. Yes, that's it. Notwithstanding that Satan had been constrained to acknowledge God's justice and to bow to the supremacy of Christ. His character remains unchanged. The spirit of rebellion, like a mighty torrent, again bursts forth. That is what they're talking about. The spirit of rebellion, like a mighty torrent, again bursts forth, filled with frenzy. He determines not to yield the great controversy. I must win, I must win, I must win. The time has come for a last desperate struggle against the King of Heaven. He rushes into the midst of his subjects and endeavors to inspire them with his own fury and to arouse them to instant battle. End of quote. That's what he does. So all the conviction, he pushes it out of his mind. With rebellion rushing in his mind, he flies before the cross and says, attack them, attack, attack. And everybody stopped on watching him. And the rest of the quotation tells us, they now filled with their passions of anger, dive on Lucifer and his evil angel and start to fight them. And the whole earth is a global present civil war. Now Muhammad will see. Now the Rothschilds will see. Now the popes will see. And people dive on them and everybody fighting. And that's when fire comes up and destroys them all. The last thing Lucifer did is to show he would never turn back. He is not fitted, and no matter what you do, give him a 3,000 years again in an isolated place, he will never turn back. He's set in his ways. And this is the reason why the torrent of emotion rushing in. You and I, knowing this, borrow that state and attach it to the truth. We have torrents of emotions to reject wrongs because of the faith showing sin to be a useless annoyance. No, right now. Remember it's faith that shows Lucifer them the state, eh? But they didn't accept it, so you rush with the torrent. But faith is showing you the wrong of sin. Kick up their emotions of torrent against it. So somebody come and they try to hug you and say, could you do such and such a wrong? You know you had a weakness. In your own mind, kick up an emotion of torrent against it. You don't have to curse it with me. Just tell them no. But in you, all the torrent of hate is against that thing.
That's what the people are doing. God said that he does. He will call you from evil.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly. So it is in you. But they see you, they're not seeing it, sir, but it is in you. Or when they look at you, what they see, they say, oh boy, that person really don't like that boy. You know what I mean? Leave them alone, yeah? That's what they will have to say. Which comes to our final script and final chapter. Ephesians 4:13. And grieve not the Holy Spirit, whereby you are what? Until the what? Day of redemption. Now here's the point here, watch this. Faithful, watch the chart now. Watch the chart now. Watch the chart now. Watch the chart now. Faithful, anti-sin, torrents of emotion. When it is in you, the torrents of emotions is anti-sin. It's like somebody trying to give you a piece of weed to smoke or a piece of drug and you're annoyed at it. Your whole emotion is kicked up against it and you say no. You see, faith full, meaning full of faith, faith directed you. Anti-sin, torrents of emotion. When that is in you, it means you're unable to what? Turn back to a part of what? Sin. Because whenever you're faced with your emotions kick up against it, so you can't go back to that part of sinning. And it also means it causes one to what? Hate sinning. That's right. But the difference would mean that you're being what? Sealed until you get redemption. So here's the point. When you have revealed truth faithful or faith, anti-sin, torrents of emotions against it, that causes you to hate listening. It causes you to be unable to turn back to a path of sinning. That means you're being what? Sealed. What does it mean? You're being sealed. That's what it means. And that way, you're ready for the second coming of Jesus. What do you say? Amen. You're ready for the second coming. This is like that pattern is the best thing to do. So, I'm not saying do that for your fellow man, do it for sin. Your fellow man, somebody may be tempting you. You're not kicking out that emotion against the person. You're kicking out the emotion against the sin. Amen. You know what I just said? Amen. You're kicking it up against the what? Sin. Not the person. So what happens in the long run? In the long run, here is what happens. When you see that, you hate the sin so much, you don't want to do this. It means you're not going to turn up on a path of sinning anymore. So it means you're being what? Sealed. And is that what you wanted? Yes. Then start practicing it. Yes, sir. Welcome down.
I just want to quote a scripture to show a man who had faithful and sin torrents of emotion. You look at Job 1 verse 1. It says,
Job 1:1.
there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil. So he deliberately, all the emotions, anti-sin emotions that he could have, full strength against it.
Yes. Amen. Now we have many examples in the Bible. You have the example of Joseph. When he ran, he didn't run out of fear, but he ran out of disgust and not to be seen anywhere near. And then he also had Samuel. When Samuel walked in and see Saul with this king who was to God already say give the death penalty. And you know how Samuel behaved. What is he doing here? This is the man that killed all your family and so on. And Samuel the prophet take the sword and he act like a madman like he's gone amok. He just hack and hack. The torrent of emotions against the wrong was in the act. You get that a lot in the Bible in different places. Right? You see? Even Phineas, of course. Right? Which is Aaron's son. You get a lot of examples. So what you must understand, I didn't quote them, but I think you have enough to know. Kick up your feelings against the wrong. So the next time the wrong comes at you, what do? Kick up your feelings in your mind against the wrong. What do you say?
Amen.
Amen?
Amen.
But that is for people who are sincere. Remember, I already said this is for people who are what? Sincere. If you're really sincere, you will do it. Amen?
Amen.
Amen? I didn't say for the person. I said for the what? Wrong. Remember that well. So may God have his mercy on you. That while all these horrible things are going on in the world, you will make the right preparation. If you do this, listen to me. You want to see the end come fast?
Yes,
Want to see yourself strong? You want to see yourself patient wrong? You want to see that? You really want to see that? You practice this over and over. Many times you will come up and say, oh my God, I wasn't really sincere. I didn't really want you wrong to do. And then you have to pray and ask God to help you. And then you're back at it. And by the time a couple of months pass, you hate the wrong. You love the right. You're much more sincere in your spirit. And we have a church preparing itself for the second coming of Jesus in the face of the things that are going on around us. Amen? Amen. So please let us have. So let us have a word of prayer now, my dear people. Let us pray. Gracious loving Father, we thank you for the truth of the plan of salvation, which is able to make us strong, to kick up torrents of emotion against wrong by faith, to resist it, to say no to it, and to choose to obey your commandments. Please help us in this exercise over and over again. Raise our sincerity. Raise our desire to obey you. And seal us with this practice to deal with sin. We ask of you for your special help, Father, because we are out of the way and we need a special kind of help. And so, Father, please help us to prepare ourselves for the end, which is swiftly coming, and help us to be successful in this matter in saying no to sin. These mercies we ask of you, and thank you for hearing us and blessing us through Christ our Savior. Amen. Amen.